Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another issue of Issue. Apparently I'm a magazine now, with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. This is for the week of Wednesday, October 9th, 2019, being recorded at the tail end of Tuesday, October 8th, 2019. As in, there's like 11 minutes before it's tomorrow kind of thing. Oh, God. Ow. Woke up this afternoon after a nap to excruciating back pain that I haven't quite been able to shake. So, I'm not injured, I'm just hurt. So, as I shift around in my seat, expect to hear little exclamations of pain because this hurts like crazy. So, it's actually been a week of new shit for me. I have forgotten where I was. Okay, I remember now. I have basically... Alright, I know I needed something. Something for that, I'm sure. But I bought a whole bunch of new things that I needed. Like, I bought bike lights, which I have to readjust again. I bought a haircut, actually. I needed a haircut, and I finally got around to getting one. No, that was wrong. That's correct. No, wait, that's still wrong. That's correct. Okay, so I'm going to need a couple of these, because it's going to be a bit of a trip to get out of here. Bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. So, what am I looking for? Because I need something. Obviously, I need something. I need glass, that's what it is. I need a bunch of goddamn glass. Ah, yes, this. So yeah, I got a haircut earlier. Because I've been long fucking overdue for a haircut. Like, long ass overdue. Like, it's downright criminal how long I've waited to get a haircut. Get down. So, anyway, let me just... Oh, wait, I need a water. I need a couple waters, actually. Not much has happened other than work, and I'll get into that in just a minute or two. But I did go to Pokemon today, had 2 matches. I actually left early because I was so damn hungry I couldn't concentrate. But I had 2 matches. I know. I won one and I lost the other one rather catastrophically. Like, there was no wiggle room in who won that match. Let me just put it that way. I can't even pretend I was close to winning that match, because I fucking wasn't. I got my ass handed to me. And I thought I was being clever, too. That's what makes it even worse. It was against one of the girls that I have more wins against than losses. And I'm thinking, okay, I've got a new trick. This will make things better. The new trick was to use one of my Trapper Pokemon. And, let's see here. Enamel glass. Yeah, I think I need actual glass for that. Let me double check, because I know I've got enameled glass somewhere. It's mostly quartz that I need. Oh, I'll just go in the damn moon pool. That's where I need to be. Anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be slick. I'm gonna take my, yep, it's glass. Ingots and glass. Lots of titanium and glass. I'm like, oh, I'll take, like, my, wasn't Fortress. I don't think. Maybe it was Fortress. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'll put red card on Fortress so that when they hit me, they'll swap out, and I'll just stealth rock and do toxic spikes and all that shit. Basically, help making it so that their lead Pokemon isn't what they're gonna fight with, and I'm gonna get some good hits on them and that kind of shit. And it backfired in a big way because when I hit her, or when she hit me and swapped out, she swapped in a Magnezone. Now, for those who don't know about Pokemon, when a swap out is forced by the opponent via, Roar, Whirlwind, or Red Card, or anything like that, the person who swapped has no say in who swaps. As opposed to if you use, like, U-turn or Volt Switch or something like that, where you switch out and then you choose. So she didn't choose Magnezone, the game just rolled a d6 and that's what we got, And normally Magnezone is my, oh my god, I'm gonna win Pokemon. If I see Magnezone hit the field, I've won. Because she tends to save Magnezone for last, and my Pokemon consistently make short work of Magnezone. Well, as it turns out, part of the reason for that is by the time Magnezone hits the field, I'm all set up. Like, I have everything wrapped up real nicely in a bow where it's like, okay, I've got what I need. I've got, this thing. I've got that thing. And that was absolutely not the case this time. Magnezone tagged in and proceeded to sweep almost my entire team, because turns out her Magnezone is a lot faster than I've ever given it credit for. And a lot more powerful, something I never see, because usually when I fight Magnezone, I've either got something that's going to curb stomp it, or, yeah, just, I'm going to curb stomp it, kind of thing. Or it's something that's very resistant to it, so I don't have to worry about such things. And that was not the case this time at all. Now, it's anyone's guess whether I'm going to make it here with the air I have. And I can damn near guarantee that I'm not going to make it back with the air I have. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and hope that everything holds out the way it's supposed to. Because what'll probably happen is I'm going to drown. And that's okay for once. No, wait. I think I've got it. I think I'm out. I'm not going to get to the surface, though, and I was already too far to get back. Yep, there is no swimming to surface. I'm going to drown. Hopefully I'm not going to drop anything. And that's just that. Yep, we're just gonna go down with the ship here. But yeah, Magnezone basically made short work of all the Pokemon that could have potentially rocked the rest of her team. I had to break out my Cinccino, who, fortunately for me, proceeded to just absolutely wreck Magnezone. And by absolutely wreck, I mean I would hit it 5 times with Tail Slap, which didn't do a whole lot of damage. But I would flinch it, and then I would do it again and again, and basically it never got a hit off after that. I think it might have hit once, and then I just wake-up slapped it to death. But, it was a pretty ferocious loss on my part. An embarrassing loss on my part, in fact. I'm about to say, where the fuck's my prawn? Don't tell me I lost my prawn. So yeah, that didn't work. I figured I actually had enough space, enough air capacity to get that far, but I was very wrong. So we're going to try this way. Maybe I'll come across some quartz along the way. That would be nice. Then I could stop with this madness. Oh, there's some sandstone. Sad thing is I only need like 3 or 4 pieces of quartz. So if I find any along the way, that's all I need. But I don't think quartz ever comes in those, so that's not going to help me at all. So, part of the reason I haven't accomplished much, although I did get like 60 episodes in total with my Digimon Let's Play, and I have started, let's call it warm-ups for Xenoverse 2, in that I have made a character which will not be part of the main playthrough. I did a female Saiyan, because that's not one that I'm going to use in my main playthrough. We're not going to do the thing I did last time, probably, where I just go through the entire story with one of every character type. I'm going to have a Namek, I'm going to have a Frieza race, I'll have a Boo, a male Boo specifically. I'll have a female human and a male Saiyan. Because that's just what I think I'll get the best mileage out of. So since I won't be using a male or a female Saiyan, I've got her as my test character. The test character's job is to basically go through the game. Motherfucker, that's all the quartz I need. But her job is to go through the entire game and get every unlockable that I can. Basically, she's there to get all of the outfit pieces and the techniques and all that I can get without using masters. Any transformations I can get and so on. So that when I start the game, I can just, oh, here's the costume I want for this character. Here's the QQ Bang. QQ Bangs being a thing. Normally costumes add modifiers, like, oh, if I wear Piccolo's costume, my maximum energy is going to be reduced, kind of thing. So, if I want to wear Piccolo's costume, I either need to accept the fact that I'm not going to have the energy to pull off my really cool moves, or I'll need a QQ Bang. What the QQ Bang is you combine costume pieces, I believe, and sometimes items, and they will just have a power set that overwrites all of your clothing. So that I can just have a QQ Bang that increases my my overall energy, and then it won't matter what I'm wearing, it'll always have that bonus. Well, the idea is I want to set it up so that I can just have that one outfit for each character and give them a QQ Bang so it doesn't affect them negatively at all, you know. And once that's said and done, we're golden, right? Right. And that way I can also have the ability spread that I want. You don't have to watch me grind for abilities or any of that bullshit. Likewise, by that point, I'll have all of the what's the word? All of the DLC. Because it's going to be a while before I actually start Xenoverse 2. That you're probably looking at a late 2020, early 2021 kind of Let's Play for that one. But I digress. But, yeah, so I've been experimenting with that a little bit in my off time. I've actually started resuming the Digimon World story. So, in the near future, you're going to see improvements happening story-wise. It'll be fun. Fun for the whole family, that kind of shit. Get in there. Perfect. And the thing that's really been keeping me busy is work. I am 2 days in. Tomorrow will start day 3 of the 5-day work cycle. Basically, in my work, the week begins on... That's wrong. on Saturday. Saturday is the start of the week, Friday's the end of it. So I worked Saturday. I was supposed to be off Sunday and work today, but I had a thing. I had that podcast thing, and Saturday night I got a contact from the guy basically saying, hey, I just found out that two of the guys we had booked for the podcast segment you were in are big talkers, and it's gonna be hard to get a word in edgewise, so we're cutting you from it. And I'm like, dude, that's okay. You gave me warning, you know? So I'm like, okay. So now the reason I had off Sunday is gone. I don't need to be off Sunday. Sunday's a double truck. They could use me, and I've got potential for overtime, which is exactly what happened. So between Saturday and Sunday, I pulled about 5-ish hours of overtime. And that's good, because that means I'm going to get some extra money. And I need me some extra money. Now, I don't know if I discovered this in the last video and mentioned it or not, but October is one of those awesome yet annoying 3-paycheck months. And this is awesome because when you have your entire finances wrapped around the concept of 2 paychecks, also I missed a step, then having that third paycheck come in out of nowhere is the ultimate boon amongst boons. It just is. It's just, oh my god, I have money. And as it turns out, the second paycheck, the 17th, fell in such a way that I'm going to have only about $300 worth of bills, where I would normally have had a lot more. Now, this is cool for that day, but it kind of fucks me at the end of the month, and I'll get into that in a minute. But, so, if I can get a buttload of... I need titanium ingots. If I can get a buttload of overtime money for that check, then I'm going to be sitting super pretty. And give me all that titanium. I must have stored either ingots or other titanium elsewhere. So yeah, the goal for this is that I am looking for... I'm looking to get as much money for that check as I can possibly get. And right now, it's quite a bit. So far, so good. So naturally, the goal in mind is the more money I get for this check, the more money surplus I'll have to do surplus money things. For example, I will, barring some financial cataclysm, or barring them being out of stock, although I can probably order one, I will have my laptop soon. Like, soon. Like, the 17th soon. What does that mean? That means Kyrix is going to be Let's Playing some Switch games and some more PS4 games. Like, co-op shit with Reaper kind of shit. So, it also means that the Let's Plays themselves will probably take up less space, because this means nothing to you, but these files recorded off the PS4 are fucking huge. We're talking like 4 gigs a pop. It's not... what's the word? Ideal? It's definitely not ideal. It's not optimized. Let's use that word. That sounds more computer. But yeah, in a nutshell, this isn't as good as it should be. By any stretch of the imagination. And it needs a lot of work. But once I get that, I can do all those PS Now games that I'm sitting on. And I'm sitting on a big fucking library. Many of which will include Reaper, because they will be COCOM. And I am super looking forward to doing some of these games, like the whole Arkham series. The Star Wars Force Unleashed series as well is one. But the reason Reaper will be on there for COCOM is that I basically won 100% it, which means all the Riddler trophies of each game. Not that I can speak for Origins or Night, but I know they have Riddler trophies in Asylum and City. What, Loey? What's the matter, Lolo? Meow. Silly cat, you can come in. The door is open. The pet door is open. She's singing at the door. She wants in. You little dipshit. Look. It opens. Headbutt your way to fame. You fucking nut. You'll headbutt everything else in this house, but not the cat door. So yeah, the Arkham series, all 4 games of the Arkham series are going to be run. I'm going to do The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, 100%. 2 being blind, by the way. Just like Origins is going to be completely blind for me, and Night is going to be mostly blind because I've seen Team 4-Star play some of it. But yeah, there's a lot of good shit that we're going to be seeing soon. The kicker, though, is I have to figure out how to set up these PlayStation mics for my laptop. Come on in, Loey. Come on. Okay, fine then. Oh, did I bop your nose the instant you were coming in? I think I let go of the door the instant she was about to come through it and bopped her in the nose. Which she kind of had coming from taking so long. But it's still mean and still really funny. But, yeah. So yeah, Arkham, Star Wars, several other games. Like we're trying to get him through. Get his internet working. I got to get him one of his headsets over there. Let me just get them then, I guess, if that's the case. Dig him out of storage, I guess. I don't fucking know. But once we get his, get him a headset, get his internet working properly, we'll be doing stuff over the internet as well. And I want to find a way to get him some of the games. Like, I want to get him Dead Island and possibly get 1 or 2 more people. Because I would love a full 4-player run of Dead Island. I mean, I've tried to do that with a friend just as a 2-player game, not even trying to let's play the fucking thing. And got very, very little of the way. Because this friend was prone to technical problems. Like, he could break shit that was unbreakable. I mean, this is the guy, you could give him a fucking adamantium rod and he'd snap the thing in half somehow. He's just electronically retarded is really the nicest way I can put it. I mean, no one can figure out how he fucks up the things he fucks up, but he fucks them up. Oh boy, does he ever. That worked. And we weren't even trying to do anything but just a co-op game at the time. And it didn't work, as you might guess. Alright, let's get the CMOS depth module in. Perfect. Now let's get the rest of this titanium out. Because I need... Where'd my trunk go? Oh, my trunk wasn't gone. I was looking at the wrong end. Like, where the fuck's my trunk? I've got junk in that trunk and I need it back. But, yeah, there's a whole list of shit on PlayStation Now. Once we get him up to the point where his internet's behaving and he's got a little more stable work, we'll figure out the PlayStation Now system. For him, I mean. We've got it for me. But I'm gonna put it through its fucking paces and that kind of shit. So anyway, game-wise, the plan here is to find a nice heat source down there and plant it and get a scanner in that general vicinity. Alright, give me this. Alright, enamel glass, plasteel, magnetite. So 2 plasteel, some rubies. So 3 rubies, 2 plasteel, 2 magnetite, and enamel glass. I can do that. I can do all of that. And we're going to save when I do this so that I have the time to pull this shit off.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. Rubies. I have 1 rubies. I need 2 more rubies. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And we're golden. Give me those rubies. There's the rubies. Goddamn underwater mangroves getting them away. I do like how stable you are. Like, you never sink or rise. You're just, oh, this is the setting I want to be at. Kind of impressive that I have neutral buoyancy at all times. Because as someone who swims a lot, that's not a thing.
Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Yeah, I hear ya. Eat some goddamn lantern fruit. Will that make you happy?
Vital signs stabilizing.
There, I've eaten. Damn it! Fucking shit! I blew it. I fucking blew it. Enameled glass. God damn it. Now I need to make another plasteel ingot. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure I have the materials for it, but it still frustrates me that I have to do this again. And I think I used my rubies. Yep, I used all my fucking rubies. Piece of shit. Ah, the enamel glass, yes. Not there. There we go. That's just glass. Shit. Did I not? Motherfucker. Okay. Okay then. Let's just prawn out. Because at this point, why the fuck not? Is that lithium or lead? I think that's lead. Nope, that's lithium. Okay. So I don't need to worry about lithium down here. Got a supply right there. Pick up some rubies along the way. There's plenty of those. I wish I could just recycle stuff like, oh, I don't need these Cyclops modules, blarb. Nope, gotta do it that way. All this trouble and I still have to go to the fucking surface. One more time. So yeah, again, the plan is eventually I'm gonna turn loose a thermal plant down there, find a nice distanty one, basically the furthest heat source I can find, pop a thermal plant right fucking there, move my scanning room to that exact spot, and we're done. You know, it's just gonna be that simple. Hate using the prawn for this. This is the whole point of the sea moth, really. It's just so that I have a skimmer that'll get me out of here. I think I've spent 3 or 4 fucking weeks just getting the sea moth up and running. And this, by the way, is a thing that I want the Elgato for. So that when I do this in the future, it's like, oh, I don't want to stop at just under an hour. I'm almost ready to do this. Because I've had a couple weeks where it's like, oh, I want to just do a part 2 of this. And I'm like, no, gotta save shit for next week. The worst part is this is one thing I have to go up here for. I don't have the option of finding the stuff I need for enamel glass down here, because it can't be found down here. I need stalker teeth, and stalkers live on the fucking surface. And the worst part is I have plenty of those back at the original base. What I eventually might start doing is just going up there and disassembling that entire base. With the possible exception of my planters. I don't know, I might just swipe the stuff from it, bring it down here and plant it again. I'm not sure yet. But disassemble that whole base and bring it down here. But the reason I'm doing this little bunny hop thing where I keep moving the scanning room further and further is so that I can eventually find some kyanite, so that I can get the rest of the things I need. I really wish I could make those nutritional protein packet things. Let's get some titanium while we're down here. Titanium's something I'm always in need of. Most common resource in the fucking game, and I never have enough of it. How's that for ironic? Let me just... Come on. Fine, I'll step closer then. There we go. Kind of funny, I spend all this time like, oh, you need crystalline sulfur. You need nickel ore. Now I have all of it that I could ever want, and I don't have anything to build with it anymore. Because I only need like 1 or 2 pieces. Oh, funny how that works. Start of the game. Oh, there's so much titanium and copper. This is bullshit. I need this. I need lead. I need lithium. Now I'm drowning in that shit. Like, I could really use some titanium and copper right about now. Game's built to fuck with you. It just is. So, yeah. Another thing is, I'm gonna try and build this. Let me see what's involved in it, actually, before I get too much further. Oh, don't even fuck with me, dude. Equipment. These are a thing I need, but... I mean, technically that's a thing I could do, is I could make pumps just come from here. But this thing right here, copper wire, creepvine seeds, I can do this. I'm gonna make a... What are you doing alive? Well, can't have that, can we? Hi, remember me? It's the ghost of a ghost. Where am I? I'm still tethered, right? Yeah, I'm still tethered. Let's do this. It's rodeo time. Come on. I did it once. I'll do it again. Goddamn phoenix bug. I will grind the ever-loving shit out of your face, sir. We've proven that I can win this fight. And that I will. Well, if you take me to the surface, I will be the happiest person in the world. I think that's actually what he's doing. I think he's carrying me all the way to the fucking surface. Which is going to save me all the time in the world. Where'd you go? You know what? I don't care anymore. I'm where I need to be. Oh, magnetite. Nice. I know where I am. I don't know why I'm here, but I know where I am. I'll take an illicit shortcut, sure. Best part is, that little fucker's gone. He's not gonna trouble me anymore. Now, beforehand, I'd have hated being in here because I'd have been stuck here forever. But I've upgraded the prawn suit since then. I have the grapple, I have the jump jets. We're good. We're golden. We are purely golden right fucking now. Hey, sometimes glitches save your ass. Matter of fact, that's 2 glitches I've triggered with the prawn that actually helped me. The first is the one that got me down there in the first place, where I could just place a beacon and find my way back. And the second is the one that's getting me out of this fucking place. And we're just gonna hang here, let my jump jets recharge a little bit. And he did take a couple chunks out of me, didn't he? And that is why I don't usually collect old beacons, because sometimes you still need them. Alright, show me some copper. There's one. Give me one more and we're good. It's so weird seeing the sun after all this time. I would get that salvage, but I don't really need it now. That's something for later. No, that's just sand. Not what I need. Not at all what I need, in fact. Base 1. The base that currently matters. It's entirely possible that the reason I thought I had the enameled glass is because I did on that recording that failed. I was about to say, I forget why it failed. I remember now. Because I got my ass stuck. Basically, the tail of the Cyclops got stuck in the geometry, and I had to reset the game. And I think that's when I had the enameled glass. This thing is a lot faster than I remember it being, though. Just the walking speed. I know the jump jets are stronger, but I don't remember it walking this fast back in the day when I first got it. The prawn is still super cool, though. No flex on that. That's right, creepvine seed clusters. That's what I needed. Perfect. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. Alright, what's broken and why?
Draining systems initiated.
Plenty of this down here. Got all that for now. Good on gold, lead, silver. Got any? Oh, I've got plenty of silver. Let's take some of it. Component. Lithium. Got all of that I could ever hope for. Take the teeth. There we go. Let's get this thing all patched up after its little scuffle with the Leviathan. Let's get some glass. No, let's actually take some glass instead. Bloop bloop. What are you doing, critter?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I don't need the knife right now, but what I do need is my new Pathfinder tool. Pathfinder tool is going to be just invaluable soon. You'll see why. This is something I have played with on personal games and never really fucked with in this. It does actually have a lot more uses than I've ever given it credit for. And this little tether right here is going to be important later. When I come back to the surface in my... My new Seamoth. When it's capable of making that trip safely. And alivingly. When it can arrive alive. A minute there I'm sitting there like, okay, I've got the Seamoth, I got the Cyclops, where's my prawn suit? I'm in the fucking prawn suit. Oh, by the way, as another point of excitement for me, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, and I do have to get with my supervisor about this, because I really need them to switch that day for me. But I'm going to go to Aquatica again, with all my friends, with Reaper, his wife, and my friend from Pokemon League. I was trying to get, to see if Reaper's wife's son would be going as well, meaning he would take his own car so that my friend's brothers could come, but as she told me, only one of the two would have money, and he's saving his money for something else, so it's a moot point. But it would have been nice. Because I do feel bad that I only take her places, you know? But then again, she is the only one who actually has an income, because the other two are like, I think they're in their late teens, but not their 18s, you know what I mean? So they're not exactly in a position to have Orlando money. Now on that note, something I've been considering and might do is they have something called the all-season dining pass, which is like my all-day dining pass with restrictions, and it annoys me that these restrictions are a thing. But hey, you work with what you got. Anyway, these restrictions are that rather than once an hour, it's once every 4 hours, so you're only going to get 2 meals out of it. But I've had worse restrictions than that. Okay, here's a heat source. Resources, base. Oh. That's beacon 5, there's beacon 4. Island, there's the cave, there's the base. But, basically it costs, I almost said 1,000. Oh, hi, Mr. Friend. I'm not super afraid of you in this. He's not as prone to blitzing the ocean floor as he is, you know, hitting a floating object. Not to say he won't, he just doesn't do it as much. But the prawn can take a couple hits. I mean, I've slugged it out with a ghost Leviathan, albeit a juvenile. So I can take on a Reaper if I have to. I just don't want to have to, that's all. So anyway, the all-season dining plan is... It's $100 for the SeaWorld one. Oh, another Mr. Friend. And $170 for the SeaWorld Aquatica one, which is the one I would get. Come on, motherfucker, let's play! I will grind your ass. Wanna play, motherfucker? Wanna play? Let's play. I'm game. You game? Try it, you son of a bitch. Wanna go again? Huh? Wanna go again? Huh? Is that all you got? Sorry. Okay, nope, 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 that's bad. Let's just patch up the prawn and get the fuck out of here again. Forgot these warper shitheads were a thing down here. See, now I'm even better off than it was. Okay, let's see here. There's base 2. I need base 1 right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I killed the Reaper, but I definitely pissed him off. He's not in the mood to play with me anymore right now. If he's not dead, he's scared the fuck away. Anyway, all season dining plan. What we're looking at there is, like I said, it's 2 meals a day instead of just the one, or instead of 1 an hour, it's 1 every 4 hours. So you're only gonna get like 2 meals. The park's only open 8 to 10 hours. So you get your 1 meal, you wait 4 hours, you get your other meal. It's supposed to be basically lunch and dinner. And while I will eat 4 or 5 meals, I really only need 2. So that's the thing. Plus, it means that I am more able to just go to Aquatica and to SeaWorld whenever. Because the thing that stops me from going as much is the fact that, well, quite frankly, I need to eat. You know? So if I have that dining plan that's good all year, and I do mean all year, especially since apparently if you buy 2019, you'll get, or if you buy 2020 right now, you'll get 2019 free. So I can get the rest of this year and all of next year for $160. So depending on how much I have after my laptop and all the other stuff that I'm going to need to save up for, I may, instead of getting my all-day dining plan, get the all-season and just deal with it. You know. Where's my beacon? That's the island. Where's my fucking beacon 4? There's beacon 4. So that'll basically feed me, for the most part, at Aquatica. I don't think I'll need more than 2 meals. And more importantly, that's enough that I can just do that all the time. I mean, worst case scenario, I could take that $30-something that I would have had for my all-day dining and just get another meal if I need a third meal. So yeah, that's one of those lovely little options I have. I don't think I'm going in the right direction here at all. We'll find out soon enough, though. No, this is totally fucking it. I think this is exactly where I go. If I can find the cave entrance, then we're golden. We're where I need to be. Okay, sure. Alright, sure, why not? That pretty much takes me right where I need to be. Matter of fact, I think this is where I got to last time when I suffocated. Yep, this looks correct. I'll do the Pathfinder tool later. But, because I didn't really describe it much, what the Pathfinder tool does is I lay little light motes that just stay. They're not interactable in any way except for with the Pathfinder tool. So I don't have to worry about creatures eating them or stalkers carrying them away and shit like that. And they just make a line so that I can find my way in and out of caves. Specifically, this cave. So in the future, I'll just have a pathway. No more of this bullshit like, oh, where do I go? I go here. And I think I'm going to break from tradition, because normally I don't do anything off screen. But I have been waiting about a month to pull this off, and I don't want to wait another week. So what's going to happen is we're going to stop right here. And off screen, I'm going to walk the rest of the way there. Then I'm going to save, do my thing, get the Seamoth prepped up. Then I'm going to do my Pathfinder all the way out of here and back, so I don't have to waste time on screen doing that shit. So that when I come back next week, all the bullshit is handled and you just get to see me focus on advancing the plot, such as it is. Because, while I'm kind of dreading it, I'm also kind of looking forward to potentially beating this game. Because that'll open up 2020 for a new game for This Week in Kyrix. And I do like to mix it up now and then. Like, Minecraft was fun, 7 Days to Die was fun, Stardew Valley was fun, that kind of thing. But I want to do more. I want to go to the next thing. Because there's only so much you can get from watching me run back and forth between my base week after week. But anyway, this has been Kyrix, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.